Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we'll be analyzing a monitor that I've been waiting for to come out since last year, the XIAOMI G24i. The original premise was that this screen was designed to satisfy both gamers and content creators, offering a balanced combination of performance and quality. Did they live up for their promise? Let's see. Let's start with its technical specifications. We have a 23.8-inch IPS panel with full HD resolution, 180Hz refresh rate, and 1 millisecond response time. If you don't know what an IPS panel is, it basically means it has good color accuracy and looks good from any angle, compared to other types of panels such as VA, for example. If you view it from a corner, you'll probably notice that everything starts to look like it has a yellow cast or even a drastic change in colors. The monitor design is very aesthetic, with a black plastic material that feels high quality. It also features very thin bezels and a small base, making it ideal for multi-monitor setups. On the back we have the ports, a DisplayPort 1.4, an HDMI 2.0 and a jack connector. Something I like is that the monitor doesn't have buttons, rather a joystick, which makes menu navigation much more comfortable. In terms of mobility, it's quite limited, but it's compatible with Visa mounts, so you don't have to worry too much about this aspect. As for gaming, it's quite enjoyable to play anything really, but especially shooters. Since we have 180Hz, the experience is gratifying. There is no tearing or stuttering. The ghosting it has is so slow that you won't notice it unless you're very picky. In case you don't know what ghosting is, it's a visual defect that appears as a trail of pixels behind moving objects, creating a ghost sensation. It supports HDR, although it's not a big deal since the screen doesn't offer much brightness. We only have 250 nits, so I highly doubt that you'll be able to take advantage of this feature. For gaming it's wonderful, but how does it work for video editing or graphic design? If you wanted to use it for design or video editing, you could, because it covers 99% of the sRGB color space, although most of the time this is not the case. In test, the monitor reached 98% of sRGB, which isn't bad at all, 79% of Adobe RGB and 80% of P3. You could work with this, but always remember that the colors won't be 100% realistic. Additionally, it has 8-bit color depth, so images don't look realistic enough, especially in areas with shadows and highlights. In short, it's not the best option for video editing or graphic design. Of course, you could use it for that, but I don't recommend it. For those cases, I'd save a little more and go for an LG or BenQ monitor. Is this monitor worth buying? Yes, of course it is. At $130, the XIAOMI G24i offers one of the best value for money on the market today. Gaming is incredibly enjoyable, and it will last for many years because the material is of good quality. Something I'd like to add is that if your budget is a little lower and you're looking for something focused solely on gaming, I would recommend the XIAOMI G24i3, which you can usually find for $100 on Amazon. I also wanted to remind you that you have the purchase link in the description, and speaking of Amazon, you might be wondering why does such a good monitor only have 3.9 stars? The reason for this is that it has very few sales on Amazon because the listing is so new, so to speak. As always, some people complain that when they activate HDR, the brightness is very low, and some people unfortunately have received a monitor with a dead pixel, but this can happen with any monitor actually. And well, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you'd like us to review a specific monitor, leave it in the comments. See you next time.